Welcome to amidaedutech.com. Subscribe to Amida Edutech for more updates.
This is the first anniversary of the Fit India movement, and to mark this day, the Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi today had a webinar online dialogue with some of the best people we know in the world of fitness and sports, different walks of life. If we can categorize them, we can say that these are fitness enthusiasts or influencers whom the world looks up to. They are icons in their own self. And the Fit India movement's 1 year, the Fit India dialogue today. If I can name some of the participants who had interaction with the Prime Minister and the Union Sports Minister, who was also present, Mr. Kiran Rijiju. Some of the participants were Mr. Milind Soman, who's a runner also, Mr. Rujita Divekar, she's a nutritionist, Mr. Virat Kohli, who's the Indian cricket captain, Ms. Afsha Ashik, she is a footballer from the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and so many others. Mr. Raja, when we talk about the entire fitness scenario as such, it is not essentially sports. This is such a regular topic. Everyone of us knows that we need to remain fit. But at the same time, it is too easy a subject to forget. And that is why someone needs to remind us that we need to be fit, healthy, both physically and mentally. Your thoughts on this?
The idea of Fit India movement was sparked basically because I'm sure the government of India discovered that young Indians could run into health issues sometime later in life. And with health facilities not being the best in many areas in the country, I'm not talking about the metros, but in many other areas of the country, it was important that somebody took up the initiative of making India realize that every one of us needs to work on our fitness. Some basic functional fitness is what is necessary. And I think it is just as well that the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports was given the charge of leading India's Fit India movement by the Prime Minister of the country. And to mark the year, I think they did really well to come up with an app which is going to suggest different fitness protocols for people of different ages. I think it is very important because you can't have the same set of exercises for people of different age categories, and it was crucial that somebody sat down and prescribed different sets of exercises for people of different age groups and from different walks of life. I think it is very important for India to realize that if you have a fit country, the GDP can go up, there can be economic benefits, not only for the family, but also for the country at large. And this is what I think the Fit India movement's primary goal is. They might not have stated it in such specific terms, but you can see the vision. When India is a fit country, the productivity levels will be greater, the quality of life will be better, and there will be less spends on health areas for the people at large in later life.
This subject that we discussed, this 1 year anniversary of this movement, the entire talk about the fitness issue, also how to take up sports, because when we last talked, we did talk about the national education policy also giving a lot of credence to sports and physical activities. But at this time, when we are facing the COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Raja, we see a lot of challenges that have come to the fore, and what better a time to understand that why fitness and health is important when it comes to such diseases, such pandemics, which has provided a challenge, has given a challenge to the entire globe, the countries all together at one point of time.
I think there's a greater understanding of how immunity levels can be better if we work on our own fitness individually. I'm sure that people have realized it over a period of time. It has been nearly 6 months since lockdown was initiated, and then Unlock 4 has come along. People realize that it is important to have some basic fitness. And what better way to do that than to exercise at home? You might not be able to go out to the gyms, you might not be able to go out to play fields. And as Milind Soman pointed out, if you have got a room of 8 feet by 10 feet, you can work on your fitness. You could use some of the equipment that is available at home for weight training, for example, with some guidance, with some care. People can start walking on the roads, people can cycle to offices, people can swim a little bit. I think the overall state of fitness will go up. I think best part of the movement is that it has created an awareness among the people that they need to work on their fitness. You can't have obesity, and it is one of the biggest challenges for India's health program because young people are getting obese and the statistics can be alarming. And the best way to stop all this from happening is to create awareness and to make people embrace fitness like now they are doing.
When we see the cross-section of the personalities who did participate in the discussion today with the Prime Minister, the Fit India dialogue, we see people from different walks of life. Mr. Soman did talk about how you can remain fit, maybe do push-ups or maybe run within your own space. A nutritionist, Ms. Divekar, she tells you about how good or important it is to have a balanced diet, have a nutritious diet. and at the same time some other experts talking about the mental fitness as such. It comes to yoga and different exercises. So mental, physical health, Mr. Raja, you have seen these subjects, these sports as such for a long time. How important is it to have a combination of both go along, take your physical and mental health so that you result into or you develop yourself into a very healthy individual?
Neela, what was striking about the four sports people there, and they were all chosen from different disciplines. Devendra Jajaria, for example, is a para-athlete who throws the javelin, has won the Paralympic Games gold medal. There was Virat Kohli, of course. Milind Soman has been a junior national level swimmer, has been a national champion before, and then now runs long distances as well, and has done the triathlon called the Ultraman, one of the most difficult events in the world, spread over 3 days. And then there was this young goalkeeper, Afsha Ashik from Jammu and Kashmir, who now lives in Bombay and plays and applies a trade in Bombay. I think when you see the four of them, they have all campaigned, and they did that very well today, for greater awareness of how fitness has helped them. They have worked as inspirations without beating their own chest. They have told their stories of how they have been inspired to become fit, how they have been inspired to eat carefully, how their diet is planned very carefully, and how they have balanced exercise and diet so that their own professional requirements are well met. I think it was important that sports people were picked as role models. And then, of course, there were people from other walks of life. There was Rujuta Divekar, as you pointed out, a nutritionist who campaigns very actively for you to eat local food and to not think about eating junk food. I think it's very important for India to realize that it has got riches in terms of food, and she was campaigning for that. I think the Prime Minister also acknowledged her Eat Local campaign that really resonates with a lot of us. Then there was Swami Shivadhyana Saraswati, who spoke about yoga and how yoga can help improve both physical and mental fitness. And then there was Mr. Mukul Kanitkar, who spoke very passionately about how the inclusion of sport in education as a part of the curriculum is going to help India in the long run. I think it is very important that people from different walks of life were chosen. From within sport, they were from different streams. I think each one of them has been a champion for the cause, and I'm sure the Fit India movement will take that huge leap with a greater awareness. It's been a year since we launched the movement. I think now India is getting ready to understand a little bit more about fitness. It's only going to get better with time, and I think in the next few years we will see India becoming a fitter nation, and perhaps because of that, greater sporting nation as well.
While it is very commonplace for everyone to understand and know that it is good to be fit, it is always good to be agile, you should do some physical activities once in a day. But somehow with the hectic lifestyle that every one of us now have, and also in the COVID-19 pandemic times when going out unnecessarily is not advised, somehow we lose sight of probably our own fitness. We're probably not eating junk, but there are category of people who would probably start not be with so much of good kind of nutritious food. People who are eating nutritious food but are not working out, maybe are not doing a lot of exercises that they should ideally at their given ages undertake. What does it take, Mr. Raja, to probably inculcate the kind of temper that you need to remain fit, and this is one thing that you should do religiously?
It's very important to draw from Mr. Mukul Kanitkar's statements today that if you understand that you're going to help India become a better nation by contributing to its economy with your own fitness, if you start thinking Indian, you will be able to then bring in that commitment. At this point of time, a lot of Indians struggle with commitment. They know that they have to work on their fitness, but it is just a question of pinching about half an hour or an hour into the routine every day. It's not the easiest of things to break bad habits, but I think people will realize over a period of time, and hopefully not in a long period of time, I hope they will realize that it is important to fit in that half an hour. As the Prime Minister pointed out, fitness ka dose, Aadha Ghanta Roz. He wants everybody to work half an hour on fitness. It should be easy for people to climb stairs rather than take elevators, for example. It should be easy for them to walk short distances rather than take rickshaw. I think it is important if people realize that their own health will get better, and because of that, they will be able to contribute better to society. I think once this realization comes that without being forced, your own contribution to the nation through your own fitness, I think it is going to make India a better country over a period of time.
While this can be a very individual effort, also at the level of the society, at the level of community, where you encourage sports, encourage fitness, encourage healthy lifestyle, we also have seen that the government in its own effort has undertaken missions like this, the Fit India movement. Also there is this Poshan Abhiyan, Poshan mission or the nutrition mission that the government is undertaking for healthy food, for healthy diet. How do you see these government schemes also pitching in for what you earlier said, that to have a healthy country so that not only our GDP increases, but also we as the country as a whole are fitter than what we were earlier?
The government is doing a lot. I'm sure the state governments are chipping in as well. So as a nation, both at the central level and at the state level, the governments are trying their best, but they are hamstrung because there is only so much resource that they can tap into, that there is only so much that they can allocate. I think it is important for every individual to understand the importance of fitness and work on their own fitness. You could buy a cycle and ride it every day. If you don't have the wherewithal to buy a bicycle, you could walk for about half an hour or 45 minutes every day, a brisk walk, for example, or climbing the stairs. I think there are small exercises that people can do themselves, become fitter, and so improve their own quality of health and life. And with a better lifestyle, they will be able to contribute to the growth of this country. I think it is crucial that everybody understand that India can move forward as a nation so long as we are not dependent only on government, but each of us chips in and then helps India become that beautiful country that it has the potential to be.
I'll draw your attention towards one of the interactions that the Prime Minister had today was with the Indian cricket captain, Mr. Virat Kohli. When the PM asked about one of the tests called yo-yo, and he did grill Mr. Kohli on that, and he asked, do you also undertake this because you are the captain? And I was attracted to a statement where he said that when it comes to the global fitness level of the Indian cricket team or the Indians as such is still low. And that is why this test, the yo-yo test, is one of the parameters. If you meet it, you are in the team. If you do not meet it, you are not in the team. Cricket is one of the major sports that this country plays. I am not discounting the fact that there are so many other good sports, but now this decision had taken place. The competitive edge in a sporting game for a country like India, whether it is cricket, it is football, hockey, whatever sports that we take part in, how important is it that such kind of test where you test not only your best sports person, but also decide on the basis of that, and gradually, as what the cricket captain says, that we need to improve from where we have been and to be better than so many other countries?
I think you picked on a beautiful point from Virat Kohli's interaction with the Honorable Prime Minister. He spoke about how he has to set examples as a leader and how if he could not pass the yo-yo test, then he is not up for selection as well. I think more important to me was the fact that Virat revealed that one day he realized that it is important to embrace fitness. He used to love his Punjabi food, and to give that up and to get a body that can compete with the best in the world. He is one of the fittest athletes in the country today. For him to be able to do that. And then the other thing that Virat said, and that stuck very strongly with me, is the fact that he says that if he doesn't get to play cricket on a given day, he's okay with that. But if he cannot do his exercise, then he does not feel best that day. I think it is important for each of us to take a leaf out of Virat Kohli's book, ensure that we work for half an hour, 45 minutes, so that the country can benefit. I was just reading statistics online about how India is threatened with obesity, for example. In the year 2030, in 10 years from now, as much as 17.5% of Indian children can be overweight. I think that is alarming, and that is the reason why elders need to understand the importance of fitness and then share it with youngsters so that they don't lead a sedentary lifestyle. That is the reason why examples of Virat Kohli, examples of Milind Soman or Devendra Jajaria and many more, each of these athletes is a star, is an inspiration. And if their stories on how and why they've understood the importance of fitness, if these stories can come out in public domain, I think more and more youngsters will be inspired to take to fitness rather than just watch sport on television and celebrate teams from Europe and America. I think it's important for everyone to start working out on their fitness and for India to become a better nation.
So put your best foot forward, be on the ground rather than, as you very clearly said, that rather than being cheering from the drawing rooms or bedrooms on the television, let's put your best foot forward and work towards a healthy individual, healthy nation. And we hope that by the next year when we have the second anniversary of Fit India movement, we have better parameters and indices.